G'day, mate. Ever wondered about that fast-paced, high-flying game that captures the hearts of millions down under? That's Australian rules football, or as we affectionately call it, footy. It's a sport unlike any other you've ever seen. Imagine a game that combines the athletic leaps of basketball, the continuous action of soccer, and the tough tackling of rugby, all played on a massive oval field. It's a thrilling spectacle of skill, courage, and incredible athleticism. For Australians, it's more than just a sport. It's a weekend ritual, a language we all speak, and a source of immense local pride and passion that binds communities together from coast to coast. The story of footy begins way back in the 1850s in Melbourne. It was originally invented as a way to keep cricketers fit during their off-season in the cold winter months. Tom Wills, a prominent cricketer and the game's founding father, wanted a sport that would keep his teammates active and sharp. He drew inspiration from various sources, including English public school football and possibly even an indigenous game called Marn Grook. The Melbourne Football Club was formed in 1858, and the first set of rules was written down the following year. What started as a simple winter pastime for a few cricketers soon blossomed into something much, much bigger. From these humble beginnings, the sport grew rapidly. Local clubs started popping up all over Victoria, and the Victorian Football League, VFL, was established in 1897. This league became the premier competition in the country, showcasing the best talent and the fiercest rivalries. Over the next century, the game's popularity exploded, spreading from Victoria to other states like South Australia, Western Australia, and Tasmania. In 1990, the VFL evolved into the Australian Football League, AFL, as it expanded to include teams from across the nation. This transformation cemented its status as Australia's #1 winter sport, a professional powerhouse watched by millions. What makes Aussie rules so special to us? It's the raw, unfiltered energy of it all. It's a game of constant motion and 360-degree action, where anything can happen at any moment. Players are elite athletes who need to be able to run for miles, leap into the air for spectacular catches, and have the strength to tackle their opponents to the ground. The game is a perfect blend of brute force and incredible finesse. 1 minute you'll see a bone-crunching tackle, and the next you'll witness a player gracefully weave through traffic to deliver a pinpoint kick to a teammate 60 meters away. It's this combination that makes it so utterly captivating. First things first, let's talk about the playing field. Unlike the rectangular fields of soccer or rugby, Aussie rules is played on a massive oval-shaped ground, often a modified cricket pitch. These grounds, or paddocks as they're sometimes called, are huge. They can be up to 185 meters long and 155 meters wide. This enormous space is a key feature of the game, as it allows for long, searching kicks and creates plenty of room for players to run into. There are no offside rules, so players can be anywhere on the ground at any time, leading to a fluid and unpredictable style of play that covers every blade of grass. At each end of the oval, you'll find 4 tall posts. These are the goals. The 2 taller posts in the middle are the goal posts, and the 2 shorter ones on either side are the behind posts. There is no crossbar connecting them, which is quite different from other football codes. The objective is to kick the ball between these posts to score. The unique 4-post setup allows for 2 different types of scores, which keeps the scoreboard ticking over and ensures that even near misses are rewarded. This distinctive scoring system is fundamental to the game's high-scoring and exciting nature, making every attack on goal a tense moment. The ball itself is another unique element of the game. It's an oval-shaped leather ball, similar in shape to an American or Canadian football, but it's slightly larger, rounder at the ends, and heavier. This specific design makes it perfect for the key skills of the game, kicking and handballing. The shape allows for players to kick the ball over long distances with incredible accuracy if they master the drop punt technique. When held correctly, it can also be punched with a clenched fist, a skill called a handball, to pass to a teammate over a shorter distance. Mastering the feel and flight of this special ball is the first step to becoming a good footy player. Each team has 18 players on the field at one time, plus a bench of interchange players who can be rotated into the game at any point. Unlike some sports with highly specialized roles, footy players need to be incredibly versatile. while they are assigned positions like full forward, an attacker, center halfback, a defender, or ruckman, a tall player who contests the ball-ups. The continuous nature of the game means everyone has to be able to attack and defend. A defender might find themselves kicking a goal, and a forward might have to sprint the length of the field to make a game-saving tackle. This versatility is a hallmark of the sport. The main objective in Aussie rules is simple: score more points than the other team. Points are scored by kicking the ball through the 4 posts at your team's attacking end. A goal is scored when the ball is kicked between the 2 tall middle posts without being touched by any player. A goal is worth 6 points and is the ultimate prize. If the ball goes between a goal post and a behind post, or if it hits one of the goal posts, or if it is touched by a player before going through the goals, it's a behind. A behind is worth 1 point. This scoring system means the scoreboard is always active. To move the ball up the field, players have 2 main options. They can kick it or they can handball it. Throwing the ball is not allowed under any circumstances. A handball is performed by holding the ball in one hand and punching it with the clenched fist of the other hand. This is used for quick, short passes to teammates in close quarters. Kicking, particularly the drop punt, is used to move the ball over longer distances. Players can run with the ball, but they must bounce it on the ground or touch it to the ground at least once every 15 meters. This rule keeps the game flowing and prevents one player from simply running the length of the field. Defending in footy involves tackling the player who has the ball. A legal tackle is anywhere between the shoulders and the knees. Tackles can be fierce, as players try to bring their opponent to the ground to force a turnover. If a player is tackled and doesn't dispose of the ball correctly via a kick or handball, they are penalized for holding the ball. However, if the tackler makes contact too high, above the shoulders, or too low, below the knees, they will be the one penalized. This physical contest for the ball is one of the most exciting and challenging aspects of the game, requiring both strength and precise timing. One of the most spectacular features of Aussie rules is the mark. A mark is awarded when a player catches a kicked ball that has traveled more than 15 meters without it touching the ground. Upon taking a mark, the player is awarded a free kick from that spot. This rule encourages players to leap high into the air to catch the ball, often climbing on the backs of opponents to do so. These speckies, spectacular marks, are the game's ultimate highlights. After a goal is scored, the game is restarted in the center circle with a ball up, where the umpire bounces the ball high into the air for the 2 ruckmen to contest. Aussie rules. Football is not just a sport in Australia, it's deeply woven into the fabric of our culture. From the grassroots level, with kids playing kick-to-kick in the park, to the elite professional level of the AFL, footy is a part of life. It dominates conversations in workplaces, pubs, and family gatherings, especially during the winter months. Entire cities can feel the tension and excitement in the lead-up to a big match. The fierce rivalries between clubs, some of which are over a century old, are legendary. Supporting a team is often a lifelong commitment, passed down through generations like a family heirloom. The AFL season culminates in late September with the AFL Grand Final, one of the biggest events on the Australian sporting calendar. Held at the iconic Melbourne Cricket Ground, a stadium that can hold over 100,000 screaming fans, it is a massive spectacle. The day of the Grand Final is even a public holiday in Victoria, showing just how significant it is. Millions more watch the game on television across the country and around the world. Winning the premiership is the ultimate glory for a club, and the celebrations that follow can last for days, uniting a team's entire community in shared joy and pride. The fans are the lifeblood of the sport. Every weekend, supporters clad in their team's colors, scarves, beanies, and jumpers, flock to stadiums to cheer on their heroes. The atmosphere at a live game is electric. You'll hear the passionate roar of the crowd after a goal, the collective gasp after a huge mark, and the passionate and often very loud advice being yelled at the umpires. This tribal loyalty to a club creates a powerful sense of belonging and community. Whether your team is winning or losing, you are part of a family, sharing the highs and lows together. In summary, Aussie rules football is a truly unique and thrilling game. Its combination of high-flying marks, fast-paced action, and 360-degree play on a massive oval field sets it apart from any other sport in the world. It demands an incredible level of skill, endurance, and courage from its players. But beyond the on-field action, its true power lies in its cultural significance. It's a sport that brings people together, defines communities, and provides a stage for some of Australia's greatest sporting moments. It's more than just a game, it's an essential part of the Australian identity.